Hello students, today we discuss new chapter vector calculus with the topic arc length. Actually in this chapter we will focus on the parameterization of curve, arc length, line integral, divergence, curl. We will also discuss the relation between the line integral and double integral by Green's theorem. But in this lecture especially we will talk about the parameterization of curve and arc length. Okay, for that let's start with some usual notation of vector r, which is defined by in the bracket x comma y comma z. Then it can be written as x I k plus y j k plus z k k. Similarly, if you have other vector a cap with a1 a2 a3, then a1 I cap plus a2 jk plus a3 kk. But if in the small bracket, if we have a1 a2 a3, then it is a point, it is not a vector. Students, I think already you know about it, so let's start with the other definition. Dot product: if we have one vector a bar, that is a1 comma a2 comma a3, uh, a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap, and the other vector b bar, that is b1 comma b2 comma b3, that is b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap, then the dot product between the a bar and b bar is defined by a bar dot b bar equal to the first uh, a1 I cap into the first element of b1 I cap. I cap into I cap dot I cap is 1, so a1 b1. Similarly, for the second term, a2 j cap into dot b2 j cap. J cap dot j cap is 1, so a2 b2, and similarly for a3 b3. This is very important for you, so please remember it. A bar dot b bar, this is the usual general formula for dot product. Okay, similarly vector product, as you know, if we have two vector a bar and b bar, then vector product is defined by a bar cross b bar in the I cap j cap k cap a1 a2 a3 b1 b2 b3, and you already know how to solve this. This is the general formula for the vector product. Now some more definitions. Point functions: a variable quantity value at any point in a region R of space depends upon the position of the point is called point function. There are two types of point functions: scalar point function and vector point function. So the definition of scalar point function: a function phi xyz is called scalar point function defined in the region R if it is associates a scalar quantity with every point in the region R of space. Example: temperature, density, potential, because it is this quantity is scalar in the every point in the region. Okay, and it is function x plus y plus z, and another example is x square plus y square plus z square. Now one more definition is vector point function. A function b bar x y x comma y comma z is called a vector point function defined in the region R if it is associated with a vector quantity with every point in the region R of space. Example: the velocity of a moving body and gravitational force are example of vector point functions. As you know, it is depends on the directions. So this is the example of vector point function. Okay, so first point function, we divide point function into two functions, that is scalar point function and vector point function. This is the definitions and example of the scalar point function and vector point function. Now the topic is parametric representation of some standard curves in the space. First, let's start what is parametric curve. Suppose the Cartesian coordinate system is given x, which is where x is depends on t, and y is a function of t. So it is continuous function of over an interval, close interval a comma b. The point pt, that is p, and first that is x, function of x, which is depends on t, and again the second is function of y, which is again depends on t, constitute a curve joining the starting points pa and end point pb. This curve is called a parametric curve. Okay, now uh, here some standard here the representation of some standard curves in the space. So parametric equation of line, if you, uh, this is the standard formation to represent the parametric equation of line here. Now parametric equation of circle, here if we have x square plus y square is equal to a square, z is equal to c, then this is the vector rt, a cos t I cap plus a sin t j cap plus c k cap. This is the generalized form of parametric equation of circle. If for unit circle in xy plane, here a is 1 because it is a unit circle, so x square plus y square is equal to 1, and for z is equal to c, consider z is equal to 0. So this is the generalized form for the parametric equation of circle in the for the unit circle, right? And parametric equation of a circular helix. So x square plus y square is equal to a square, and z is equal to c into tan inverse y by x, where vector rt is a cos t I cap plus a sin t j cap plus c t k cap. So these are some standard representation of for parametric representation of some standard curves in the space. Okay, so let's start with some examples for of arc length. So this is the definition of arc length. The parametrization for a curve is a set of functions depending only on a parameter t along with the bounds for the parameter. When we parameterize a curve by taking values of t from some interval, close interval a to b, the position vector rt of any point t on the curve can be written as rt xyz xt I cap plus yt j cap zt k cap. Here all x, y and t are the function of t only. Okay, so this is the our position vector. So these are the steps. So how to solve the, or we can say how to find the arc length. Uh, this is our position vector. First we have to find the derivative of our position vector with respect to t, that is dx by dt I cap plus dy by dt j cap plus dz by dt k cap. Now the next step is the find the modulus of this derivative. As per the rule, the modulus is the square of the dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square plus dz by dt whole square. The length of the curve is given by L. Integration of this modulus, that is from here our boundaries a to b, so integrations limits from a to b, integrate with respect to t. So this is the final formula to find the arc length. Students, please, it is very easy, and remember this is our position vector. Only three steps are there. First step is you have to find the derivative with respect to t, then find the modulus, and the next one is you have to integrate your modulus with respect to t with your given boundary. This is the one method to find the arc length. Now alternative method is, again our given position vector is rt xyz, you know. Then you find the derivative of your position vector with respect to t, the length of the curve rt from point A to B. As you know, our boundary points are A and B. That is, you have to integrate A to B, your limits are A to B, under root of dot product of your derivative. Okay, dot product your, first you have to find the dot product of your derivative and your square root, then integrate it with respect to t. It means, what is your dot product? Here you know that this is your position vector. The derivative of your position vector is nothing but dx by dt uh, I cap plus dy by dt j cap plus dz by dt k cap, and the dot product of this derivative is the dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square plus dz by dt whole square. Okay, now start with some example. Find the arc length of the curve rt 4 plus 3t I cap plus 2 minus 2t j cap plus 5 plus t k cap with your boundary 3 to 4. This is our position vector. As you know, first we have to find the derivative of our position vector, that is dr by dt. Derivative with respect to t, it means here 4 is constant term, so derivative is 0. The derivative of 3t with respect to t, so 3 I cap. Similarly, the derivative of 2 is 0. Now the derivative of 2t is 2, but here minus sign, so minus 2 j cap, and the derivative of t is 1, so 1 into k cap. So this is the derivative of our position vector with respect to t. Now what is the next step? The next step is we have to find the modulus. So modulus of this derivative is square of the multiple of I cap plus square the multiple of j cap plus square of multiple of k cap in the square root. So 3 square plus minus 2 square plus 1 square, that is square root of 14. Now this is first find we have to find out the derivative. Second, we have to find out the modulus. Now the last step is, this is the arc length. For that, integrate your modulus with respect to t with your given boundary, that is 3 to 4 square root of 40. So integration of square root of 14 is constant, so integration of 1 with respect to t is 1 with respect to t is t. So by applying your upper limit and lower limit, that is 4 minus 3, that is 1. So our final answer is square root of 14. One more example, find the arc length of the curve, our position vector is this with the boundary 0 to 1. So let's start with our position vector, that is 1 plus 3t square into I cap 4 plus 4t cube jk. As you know, first we have to find out the derivative of our position vector, that is dr by dt with respect to t. So 6t I cap my this is some I have done some mistakes, so maybe it is a plus sign here, so plus 12 t square, this is not minus, this is plus 12 t square. Okay, this is plus, students, remember this is plus sign, by mistake I have written here minus sign. So the modulus of this derivative is 6t square plus 6t whole square plus tail 12t square whole square. Now the final step is find the arc length, that is the integration of this modulus with respect to t. So 36t square plus 144 t raised to 4. If I get 36t square common, that is 6t. So in the square root 4t square plus 1. Okay, 36 4s are 144. So 4t square, 36t square is common. So 4t square plus 1. Now we want to integrate this term. So I represent this term as 4 under root of 4t square plus 1, keep it same. 6t, I write 6t as the derivative of 4t square plus 1. Here the derivative of 4t square plus 1 is what? 8t. But I want 6t. So I keep here 3 by 4. So 8, 4 2s are 8, 3 2s are 6. So it is 60. Okay. So here function, and this is into function f of t into f dash t. As you know, if we want to integrate any function with its derivative, then the integration is function f of t raised to n plus 1. Here power is square root, so 1 half, so 1 half plus 1. So by integrating this, we get 4t square plus 1 whole raised to 3 by 2 into 2 by 3 whole by 3 by 2, which we keep here as 2 by 3. Okay, by applying upper limit and lower limit, we get this 5 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1. So by simplifying, you can write here 5 raised to 3 by 2 is 5 root 5. This is our final answer. Okay, let's find more example. Let's check one more example. Find the arc length of the curve for the position vector cos t I cap plus sin t j cap plus t k cap for the limits 0 to 2 pi. This is our position vector. We first we find the derivative with respect to t. It is minus sin t I cap plus the derivative of sin is cos t j cap, derivative of t is 1. Modulus of this derivative, that is multiple of I cap is minus sin t, so the square of minus sin t is sin square t plus cos square t plus 1. Sin square t plus cos square t is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, so this is root 2. Now the integration of this modulus with respect to t with the limit 0 to 2 pi, as our boundary is 0 to 2 pi. So by applying this, this is our final answer to root 2 pi. Okay. Now one more example with another method. This is our, we have to find out the arc length of the curve of the circular helix with this boundary. This is our position vector a cos t, a sin t, comma ct. So, and this is our boundary. So at a point, our starting point is a00 and a point is a0 to pi c. So we replace in the form of t, then our boundary is 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so this is our position vector. This is the derivative of our position vector, that is my minus a sin t, a cos t, c. Now dot product of this derivative. Dot product of this derivative is uh, r dash t dot r dash t, that is first term into again first term, that is minus a sin t into minus a sin t, that is a square sin square t. For this a square cos square t plus c square. So a square sin square t plus a square cos square t plus c square. If we get a square common from first and second term, that is a square in the bracket sin square t plus cos square t, which is 1. So a square plus c square, which is dot product, with very easy. Now the formula for the arc length, the integration of this dot product in the square root. So this is the formula. Now the integration of under root a square plus c square with respect to t with the limit 0 to 2 pi. So our in this a square plus c square is constant. Integration of 1 with respect to dt is t. So when we apply the limits 2 pi minus 0, so 2 pi. This is the final answer. Okay. Now one more example. Evaluate integration of this FRDS where f is x square plus y square plus z square with the position vector cos t sin t 2t with the limit 0 to 2 pi. So for find out this integration, first we have to find out the arc length. So our position vector is cos t sin t 2t. Now the derivative of this position vector is minus sin t cos t 2. The formula for the arc length, that is integration of 0 to t, and the dot product of this r dash t, the square root with respect to t d. So the first we find the dot product. So sin minus sin t into minus sin t, that is sin square t, cos t into cos t, so cos square t plus 4. Sin square t plus cos square t, which is 1. 1 plus 4 is root 5. So root 5t, because square root of 5 is constant and the integration of 1 with respect to dt is t by applying upper limit and lower limit, that is t only. So under root 5t. Students, this is the formula for arc length. But we want to find the integration of this f dash r. For that, uh, sorry, this is s is equal to square root of 5t. If we get the derivative of this s with respect to t, then ds is equal to square root of 5 dt. So if we want to find out the integration of f of ds is equal to, this is our formula. So for finding this integration, here our integration with the limit 0 to pi, this fr is cos square t plus sin square t plus 4t square, and ds by dt is root 5 with respect to dt. Okay, so cos square t plus sin square t is 1 So 1 plus 4t square, this root 5 is constant, so we keep out from the integration. Now by integrating this, this is t, not 1. So t plus 4t cube by 3. Okay, this is t plus 4t cube by 3. This is mistake, I keep the same function, but here students please remind this is t plus 4t cube by 3. By applying upper limit and lower limit, we get pi plus 4 pi cube by 3. So these are the examples how to find the arc length with both method. Thank you so much. If you have any query, feel free to